Hey everybody, we are back with another review, and today we got these Enjoy Freedom rolling papers. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review. So we got these Italian rolling papers today to check out, and they're called Enjoy Freedom. We got the sunset, little birds, we got the green bird, red bird, we got slim size, which I imagine based off the size of the pack that we're definitely alluding to this being 110 millimeter, which it is. So we got cartine per sigaretta rolling paper. So there you go. You got a little Italian there. Slow burning natural gum. That's what we got on the spines. Ultra thin. And it actually tells you the thickness right there, which is cool. That's pretty cool. Made in the EU. Very nice. The European Union. 32 leaves. Standard size pack. And on the back here, we have a smaller UPC barcode, which is nice. I like when they do the vertical ones like this. It takes up less space on the back of the packaging. And it leaves more room for their branding. It's kind of nice having a small one on there. So you got the different logo on the back than you got on the front. On the front we got two birds, and it looks like they just replaced the birds with a dolphin, and then they kind of increased the skyline, which is pretty neat as well. And then we got Enjoy Freedom. That's their registered trademark, so there you go on that. Let's check out inside the pack. So we got a standard just unprinted white top here. We got nothing. It's actually glued shut. You can't even peek back there, but normally you can pry back in there and see down in there. Sometimes there'll be something hidden in there. Like our centerfold papers that we did, it actually had a little nudie girl down in there. It was a full-on fold-out centerfold hidden down in there. So yeah, you got to be careful. Sometimes they will throw something like a secret little Easter egg down in there as well. So we got enjoyfreedom.net. So go check out their website right there. We got the little recycled logo. We got the two birds here floating on top of the tissue box style pack. And then here's the confirmation that it is Italian. So we got www.tobaccos.it. I imagine that's the distributor. Enjoyfreedom.net, I imagine, is the brand. So yeah, okay, so here we go. Distributor marketed by Tobaccos Imex in Italy. So in Italy. So basically, that's the distribution company, kind of like how HBI does Raw. That's the distributor for this particular paper itself. Now, the paper itself is awesome. And I will tell you that the front here, it was alluding to the fact of the paper technology. I don't know if you noticed that the first time, but you can see the horizontal striping on the pack, on the front and the back, right there. And that's the technology of the paper. And sometimes when I go through the paper technology, sometimes it's hard to see what I'm talking about. You can see the striping there on the paper. You can even see the logos, the little round logos, and then you can also see Freedom, and you can probably read the word Enjoy. Freedom's a little bit easier. Freedom's a little bit easier to notice. The Enjoy is a little bit light, but all those stampings and watermarks, that actually helps the paper burning more consistent, more even. And to be honest with you, it's going to canoe less. So that's the kind of thing that you want. And this particular paper has a horizontal striping technology on that, which is nice. That usually tends to canoe less. The vertical striping usually helps, especially if it does start to canoe. It'll basically help reset the segment on the roll that you're smoking. So the vertical striping has its pluses as well. But this one particularly has a horizontal striping. Now, it's smoked almost extremely similar to an Elements red paper. Now, it doesn't actually tell us what it's made with, but I imagine it's some form of a hemp paper, I would imagine, based off the material of it. It could also be a rice paper, but I doubt it. I doubt they're importing rice to Italy to make paper, so they're probably dealing with whatever they have over there. And it could very well be hemp, but it doesn't actually tell us what it actually is. But if I was to relate this to another paper, it would be like an Elements red. That's probably the most common paper you could find out there that you can compare this to. The gum strip itself left no residual taste on your mouth. And imagine it's a natural Arabic gum. That's pretty standard on a high quality paper, which is nice. And it did stick to itself pretty easy. It didn't lift up. That's a plus. And it burned smooth and consistent. And it was actually a nice light smoke, and it really maintained the flavor of what's inside versus having the gum strip and the paper affecting that. So I personally really liked this particular paper. And I liked how thin it was. That's thin goes a long way with me when it comes to paper, because I particularly like to taste what's on the inside versus what's on the outside, amplifying what's inside, which is why I tend to steer away from flavored papers. I mean, maybe back in college or something, you'd want a more flavored paper because, you know, times are tough. You know, you're buying stuff that probably doesn't taste too good, so you want to mask it with some grape or some kind of tropical punch or something. But once you start getting up to big leagues, you start you know, wanting stuff that tastes actually pretty good. You want to be able to taste it. So thinness really comes into play, and that's something that's paired here nicely with a nice gum, which basically makes it like this the silent, you know, stealthy smoke. So if you can, you know, find yourself a pack of these Enjoy Freedom papers, definitely try them out. If you've tried them before, let us know in the comments below what you think of these papers. Yeah, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want more content like this, subscribe for more. I do smoking reviews every single day, so be on the lookout for that, and have a great rest of your day.